Hey, what's going on, everybody? I am TheOPJellicent, and this is the match. We are pretty much 6-0'd by Tapu Lele, so I pretty much have to bring Hyper Offense. This is week number 7 of season number 3 of the UPC. Pretty much what we have is offensive rocks, Aggron, Scarf, Tailwind, Braviary, Life Orb, Exploud with coverage for everything, Sub-Command, Raikou, and then dual Scarf Dragons, I believe. So pretty much we are going all out on the offensive here. The plan is to get rocks up and just dent some holes in his team, maybe have Sub-Command Raikou sweep, and maybe break some holes with our dual Scarf Dragon so that Tailwind into Exploud breaks the end, because we Boom Burst this, Ice Beam this, Fire Blast this, Boom Burst this, and Surf that. So if we can just weaken all of his members a little, that should be our win condition late in the game. So let's get right into this. Actually, before we get right into it, he actually beat us in week 7, so I'm actually kind of looking to, in week 3, so I'm actually kind of looking to pick up a win in this match, because that would put us at the top of our division. So let's get right into the match. He's going to lead off with the Anistar just like last time. Last time I let him get 3 layers of spikes and stealth rocks up, so dual Scarfers really help out in this situation, because I can U-turn into my Kyurem right here as he just throws off the Ice Beam. I am Scarf Kyurem, so I'll outspeed this regardless of that speed boost, and I can just Earth Power knock him out. That crit did not matter, it did 86 to 90 something, so we were fine on that front. No way I'm risking this right here. I believe I switch out into my Aggron, as this is something I can just get rocks up. The superpower will do a lot, but rocks are really crucial this match to weaken things like the Lele, the Scizor, and the Meloetta for my Exploud. So I get up the rocks, as here he goes Scizor, which I think was an interesting play, because if he expected me to have nothing to hit him, I could have just randomly clicked Fire Punch there instead of the Ice Punch. So really interesting switch on this part. I would have probably either stayed in to like let me hit that thing, but then again I could have had the Earthquake right there, and -1 superpower would not have knocked me out, so I understand it. So here I fire off the, I believe I fire off the Fire Punch, as it turns out. Crit speed doesn't matter, as he goes into the Meloetta. So I throw off the Fire Punch this time, so he's getting all these predictions right, which is unfortunate for me. Goes for the U-turn again. I believe he goes Emboar this time, which I cannot actually touch, so I'll just throw off the Heavy Slam right there, as I believe I just let him knock me out with the Flare Blitz right here. So 5-5 situation right now, but we have our rocks up, and a lot of things are weakened for our team. So I go right for the Earthquake here, and depending on the roll right here, we might be able to knock him out, but we don't. He roosts up. Here's what I was a little bit confused of. I go for the Earthquake here. He goes for knockoff over anything, so he's actually letting me knock him out. He goes for Bullet Punch here as well, so now I pretty much just get to knock him out. He leaves him at 1%, and here I can just go to Raikou and click HP Ice in case he's randomly going to go Garchomp. Right there, the Bullet Punch is also a really questionable play, because I could have easily clicked Substitute. I didn't bother to, because I figured he would make the safe play and just click Bug Bite to make sure I didn't sweep him. But no, he decided to click Bullet Punch, which is really interesting, because I could have subbed and been behind a sub for the rest of the team. So we're at 82%, which is not the worst in the world, 88 actually. Here he goes Tapu Lele, so I was really afraid this would be Scarf, because it has a really good matchup against the rest of my team, and I really have no resists. But it actually turns out he's Specs, so I go for the Thunderbolt here, does pretty much negligible damage. He goes for the Choice Specs Psychic and knocks me out, so really big threat we're dealing with right there. He's going to sack off the Emboar, which is a good play, because it didn't outspeed my Exploud anyway. Garchomp's going to come out. And here's an interesting play. He made a double. I would not have fainted to Outrage, so I actually had no reason to switch there. All I had to do was weaken that thing into range of Kyurem Black's. I guess Ice Beam would have been my best play anyway, but I could have clicked Dragon Claw to be safe and sacked off something versus the Lele. But out here comes the Meloetta, as I just got off the knockout with that thing on the Bravebird. I guess what his plan was is to sack off the Meloetta so that everything dies to Scarf Outrage, but Exploud is not in range. It does, I believe, 80 to 92. Crit Smear right there, that did not matter. Exploud is going to come out. It's going to live on 15, so I would have taken it after rocks anyway. Ice Beam is going to knock that thing out. And it turns out right here, if he was Scarf Lele, he would have had this, but then again, he wouldn't have knocked up my Raikou, so it would have been different. Boom Burst is going to come out, and we're going to take the 1-0 victory because of Life Orb, but really great game against Phantom Base right there. We are now at the top of our division. We are 5-2 plus 9. He is 5-2 plus 7, I believe, so Looking good for us, hoping to clinch that wild card bye at the end of the season so that we don't have to play in round 1 of playoffs. But yeah, really good game to tile our Phantom base. I will see you guys in the next week. We are 5-2, looking to move forward. I believe next week we face Kyle and Mesquite Mesprit, so that's going to be an interesting match. But thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe if you want to follow the Aggrons through the UPC, and I will see you next week. Bye.